cut you off. I couldn't wait to get to you.
Oh, that's so exciting. I was caught mid-dance, too.
Yes, you were. Oh, good to see Liz Coe.
Surprise. And Matt Williams, Men of the Hour. Welcome.
That's a lot of pressure.
Come on down.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
Hey,
you were supposed to bring Plinko.
Did you see this going on right now? Hold on, wait for it. Oh, no, hold on, wait for it still. You know what that is?
I think something involving NASA.
Yeah, it's International Space Station.
But I wanted to be surprised. Tell me what it is.
It's the International Space Station. They got a spacewalk going on right now, fixing up some of the stuff, solar panel work going on right now. 76th U.S. spacewalk.
That's incredible.
Over time. So yeah, all that going on in our little part of the world.
That's
actually,
cool, man.
Way above our
little
part
Friday
of the world.
Yeah. Little nugget of interest. That's awesome.
So from there to right back down
our
here.
part of the world.
Yeah, our part of the world.
So obviously right now, I know we're going to talk about weather in a little bit, but right now, sun is out. It's hitting the side of the state capitol. May not be like that throughout the day or this weekend.
Correct.
But that's no surprise from what we've seen all week.
Yeah.
What we've seen today, just copy and paste from Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, we can actually give you a look real quick as we kind of step you through what the radar is looking like right now and then future radar. That's obviously a little bit of what you have in store. Watch it just kind of happen. Watch it just kind of happen. Watch it. Yeah, exactly. So this is what Steve told us to be on the lookout for. And as you mentioned, it's something that we've seen for seemingly months. But we also talked about this morning as well. These aren't these storms that tend to hang around for a good while.
Thankfully not. Oh, breaking news come in.
What is it?
Jay Johnson officially named LSU's head baseball coach.
Oh, man, we were going to do that too as well.
Thank you, Autumn. Well, look.
Well, let's just bring it on back home. Let's bring it on back home.
It's official.
There you go. Bink. And so, that was going to be the story, right? It was going to be the story for LSU baseball fans, SEC baseball fans, college baseball fans. LSU still obviously considered one of the pinnacle jobs in this sport. Just the retiring of Paul Mainieri not too long ago. So who are they going to get? Down to 3 finalists. Yeah. And looks like it's going to Jay Johnson, official.
The rumor came out yesterday, and this morning it is official from LSU. So we anticipate like an official news conference and everything to come out eventually. But that is what we are hearing within the last minute. Our executive producer saying, hey, he's been hired.
Yeah.
So you heard it first on 9 News Now officially.
Exactly. I'm waiting to see
Tell
all
your friends.
The push alerts and everything.
We even beat the push alert.
We beat the push alert. She literally walked over. She's like, hey.
Yes.
6 seasons over there at Arizona for the Wildcats. 2 trips to the World Series for Jay Johnson, including one this year. They went 0-2. Yeah. So the old proverbial 2 in a barbecue, but made it still to the World Series. The first year he was with, we talked about this too this morning, the first year he was with Arizona, made it to the College World Series with them, made it to the championship series.
That's impressive.
Right?
For a relatively young coach, I think.
He's 44.
Yeah, that's young,
What I thought was interesting, though, was the team they played in the championship series. Coastal Carolina. Yeah. And LSU fans absolutely know that name very well. The Chanticleers came into the box and beat LSU in the Super Regional to make it to Omaha, ended up going the distance and winning the College World Series, beating the Arizona Wildcats and Jay Johnson. And now look, just the parallels are fun to talk about.
It is uncanny, and I'm excited to see some of the success that he brings here to a new program. Look, we love Coach Paul Mainieri, wish him well, but new blood is good. I think this will invigorate the fan base, invigorate the team, see what he's going to do with the team, roll into a new year. So lots of hope to come.
Especially if you got Mississippi State playing for a title. Mississippi State and Vanderbilt, 2 SEC teams. There's only 4 left in the College World Series, both playing today. Mississippi State unbeaten, and so they're going to play Texas tonight. Vanderbilt and NC State play today as well. And so, if you've got an SEC team winning the title, and if you got Mississippi State, look, we're getting our cart ahead of the horse. If you got Mississippi State winning the title, so same conference, same division, that ought to fire you up a little bit.
Well, it's bragging rights, SEC.
Come on, and then a bit of fire up the Tigers. Fire up that fan base and that coaching staff and those players, because somebody else in your division, somebody else in your conference just won what you want. Yeah. So we'll see. A lot going on.
That's it. We'll keep you abreast of all that, of official news conference, everything. Just have the 9 News app to find out when that's all happening.
That's the fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we know what the lead story is, regardless of city or state right now.
Yeah.
Everybody following what's going on in South Florida.
About 24 hours ago, the last time we heard about this, well, this happened around 1 a.m. Eastern time Thursday. Since then, 4 people have now been found dead. About 100 people are still missing, 159 actually, that they're still looking for. And again, the daylight hours do help, but this is still a very dangerous rescue mission. You have to understand, when you're going into a collapsed building, there's still debris falling. And putting the rescuers at risk. So it's a very slow process. It's not like they can all just go in there at one time and say, hey, let's pull out what we can. There's a process to this.
And it's when you see the debris field, the pile there, and then them trying to get inside of that, you realize the work ahead of them, the work they have going on right now. Still a lot of hope for this as we are past now that 30-hour period. Still hope to be able to find some of these folks maybe potentially in that rubble, because when you think about this number of unaccounted for, I mean, the grand hope is maybe they're just somewhere else and haven't heard about this in some way and haven't called in. No, we weren't even there that morning. We weren't staying. This is a huge number, and if this becomes the reality inside of this leftover building, it's already heartbreaking, but this is going to be too much. This is going to be too much to bear. There's no doubt going to be developments all weekend long, so you just want to make sure you're finding out the latest from that as we learn more details about this very slow-going investigation. Speaking of investigations, coming back into our part of the world, a shooting death from, was it May, at an IHOP has now led to some arrests. 4 arrests, actually. We actually heard this from the sheriff's office this morning. The spokesperson telling us 4 arrests have been made in regards to that bizarre shooting on IHOP on Seagan. 2 employees were outside taking their lunch break, I believe, when a car of people drove up and shot at them. 1 person died, and I believe the other was injured. So 4 arrests we're learning about. They're still looking for 1 more person, a 5th suspect. Is that right? And this is the one. Yes. This is the one that they're looking for right now. That is 19-year-old Travell Gerald, and he's wanted for a long list of charges, including first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. The others they have arrested: a 17-year-old, they're not naming right now. Also Tyrese Keller, Melvin Brooks Jr., and Shermaine Molden. All 4 of those. Charged now with attempted first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder and a long list of other charges, but obviously, as you mentioned, still looking for a 5th person. That's who they want to find. If you know anything about this, maybe know of someone who may know this person, go ahead and call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP, and they'll get you to the right place you need to go. Something's happening today into the weekend. For the longest time, HIV testing. For the longest time, Louisiana and Baton Rouge as a city at the very top, a list you don't want to be on, the very top when it comes to HIV/AIDS cases per capita. Like Baton Rouge is running 1, 2, 3 for decades, seemingly, and we're still up there. Louisiana as a whole, still up there. So an opportunity to get tested. A free opportunity. They're at the Ochsner Medical Center, the Breeze Family Facility on, I believe, Howell Park Boulevard. That's exactly right. They're having free HIV testing, and really the only way to to treat HIV is to know that you have it. So this is completely confidential. Walk-ins are welcome. You don't need to schedule an appointment. They just want you to go in so you have an idea of your health, and obviously this is something that affects other people in your life. So you need to know. To get that treatment, the other people get treatment, and if you want to bring a friend, go ahead. There's no limit on the number of people that can get tested. So go ahead and take advantage of that free resource today. And it really is something that, as you mentioned, can be treated now. This is not the 1980s death sentence. Exactly. It is, and I thought it was an interesting quote, and I said, we talked about it yesterday, we talked about how this was described. Treatment like you have diabetes, the ability to live with this if you go in and you know what you're dealing with. But take the opportunities as they come, and what a great opportunity. Free. Free. Absolutely. Details are right now at WAFB.com. Hogs for a Cause. Yes. So if you've heard that, you may have thought, well, I thought that's something that normally happens in New Orleans. It is. It is. For the first time ever, they're bringing a iteration of it called Hogs Fete to Baton Rouge. It's happening tomorrow. Exactly. And so they're going to actually be doing this over at Walk-Ons on Burbank. They're going to start it at, what, about, is it 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock? Let's see. I'm not actually sure. But they're running it for like 7 hours until 11. 4 p.m. So back it up exactly. I was doing back timing math. I'm proud of you. That's too much math on a Friday. Too much. But they got like 4 different bands they're going to be playing, right? And plus, so you got the music going, you got the food going, you got all sorts of events going, and it's all to benefit a great organization in our part of the world.
That is the key thing, is that you do need to get tickets for this. You do need to register, and there's different tiers of levels of how much you want to participate in. But as Matt said, that money does go back to the Children's Hospital. So really good opportunity, and it's called Hogs for a Cause, because the Hogs building on the Children's Hospital campus, that's an actual building there that they use to treat children with cancer. So when you think about the great things that we do for the Children's Hospital, this is going to happen tomorrow, and you can even listen to live music while happening.
So good. So many hours of opportunity to be out there and be a part of this. So.
Blueverse, Hip Deep, Indigo and the Tramps, and Flow Tribe.
Flow Tribe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all these names that folks know from around here.
That's cool.
Exactly right. Be able to go out there, just have some fun and
support a great cause.
So the Children's Hospital.
Yes.
Getting some help there. Children's Hospital getting a lot of help and some big love over the last number of months from all the viewers out there.
Yeah.
And 5 of those folks just found out they're going to be driving away in a brand new Lexus.
I'm trying to figure out if you know one of these 5 people, you better call them up and say, look, I'm trying to get a ride in your hot rod. So all 5 winners not announced yesterday, 9 News at 5. Elizabeth Val was there with Our Lady of the Lake and members of our team who coordinated this. But it's always exciting to hear those names drawn out. The sisters pull out the names. It's always exciting for the children who've actually been treated there to pull out those names.
Yes, indeed.
So Monday, this isn't over yet.
No,
Monday, our 5 winners are picking out literally which car they want.
Yes.
It's exciting.
It is. They get to grab that, they take the key out, they get the little fob, and they press the button. They get to see which one of those cars lights up and the horn goes off, and that's the ride. It's just one of those moments where you're like, that becomes real, right? You can also look over there at that incredible facility and realize it is real. It's very real. But this was so much fun. I'm trying to see. I don't know if we see him. Did you see our general manager in the background? You see Joe?
He's in there somewhere.
He's in there somewhere. Looking
he and our sales team
looking just dapper.
Ecstatic.
He's the best looking guy in that line. He's
tell
just
him.
so.
You better tell him.
You
better get us that job
man.
security.
That's a beautiful man.
It.
You're beautiful, Joe. Can you tell I'm sucking up?
Yeah. Look, we're all about trying to keep our jobs.
He's about to. He may be up there right now, about ready to run down.
Wait a minute. What's going on? What's going on? You better not show my picture.
But what a great event every single year. And more than $1 million raised, again, from you guys.
Thank you so much for buying these tickets, for contributing to a great cause. At the end of the day, we're all winners here because you're supporting such a wonderful facility that you never know if someone in your family, someone you know, will end up using those services. So thank you.
Gosh, in our own backyard.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so we actually started with a look at the forecast this morning. We started with actually
breaking
sports
news.
This morning.
Yeah.
Right. We typically would like it to end on that, but your forecast for the weekend is going to look a lot like it has been over the last number of days, so just know that is there. Know that we are here as well.
So as you kind of map out your weekend plans with that weather forecast in mind, Kylie's going to get you going at 3 o'clock to talk about the different things you can do in town while keeping weather in mind. And she goes over a number of different places that are opening to eat. Like I'm telling you, she has the best job. And more than anything, she tells the story of these business owners, which is really cool because small business owners have a great story.
Just the ability to go in there and listen to these folks, because you're right, everybody's got a story, and everybody's story over the last year or so has changed, and a lot of it, as they begin to come out of this, the depth of these stories, very personal. If you can't take local business personal, then you need to. The foundation, the bedrock for us. And so her ability to get in there and tell some of these stories, it really is fantastic. And then showing you how you can be a part of it right there waiting for you, Louisiana Weekend. 3
p.m. today on WAFB Plus, and you can find it, of course, on YouTube, on Roku, on Amazon Fire, or on Apple TV. And if you miss it live, you can always go back and watch it later if you're trying to map out those dinner plans.
Yep. All the plans this weekend. Just,
indeed.
Make sure you get maybe a plan B. It doesn't look like all-time showers, as Steve said. Just kind of the hit and miss. They kind of come in and they go away. Summertime pattern. So just be ready for that. And actually, if you need some more of that, you can probably get the latest forecast probably today, 9 News at noon.
That's it with Jared Silverman and Scotty Hunter.
There you go.
So join them. Make sure you download our news app, our weather app, so you're prepared this weekend.
That's the easy stuff. Y'all stay dry. Be well.
Bye.